Yeah, they did themselves really proud. You know, we went over the first game, and a lot of the players that were there were also in the first game, and we just let each other down a lot. And they didn't do that tonight, so we learned a lesson of how valuable just doing all the small stuff and working hard for each other. You know, what that can do to your confidence and what it can do to the ability to score tries. So I'm sure they learned something.
You always would have been confident, no doubt, because you're the coach, but could you ever have envisaged that scoreline?
No, not really. You never envisaged something like that. I think the conditions, you know, once we got ahead, I think the conditions really helped us because, you know, we're obviously very confident. The scoreline was in our favour, and they had to, you know, they were under the pressure to score points. So that really helped us, without a doubt. The conditions helped us tonight.
Freddie, you said you probably wanted to see some more enterprise in game one when you had good ball. Were you pleased with that tonight, that you did go for the jugular when you got some opportunities?
Yeah, I think the impressive part was not so much when we were in front, it was getting the points. I thought having Jake there was awesome tonight. Just sort of gives everyone a bit of room, and he seems to make the right decision a lot. So he was fantastic, and I think he really helped everyone else in the team. He gave everyone else a little bit more room. So, and I thought Darfanukin was brilliant. Daniel was great early. That was the crucial part for us again, I think, that start. And I thought Daniel and Dale for their first game, were awesome.
Freddie, can I ask about a couple of blokes you brought in, James Maloney and Tommy Trebojevic, and their impact on the game?
Yeah, Tommy was great. You know, he's just a superstar. So, and James was, you know, he just got us the win. James, he just steered us around, and I didn't have to talk at half time because he was talking, so that was good. And he's just a winner. He just finds a way to win. I thought interesting. I'd like to see that last tackle again, last tackle of the game, and some of the stuff that was going on towards Jimmy. But I'll have a look at that. But outside that, I thought that's his best game in a while, and it's important he goes back to Penrith and does that again next week.
How bad is Nathan, Freddie?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's you know, syndesmosis, whatever that means. I don't know. So hopefully it's on the lighter side, but you know, I think he played about 7 minutes just hobbling around, and we sort of sent the message to come off. He just said no, he looked up, he knew he could give us that amount of minutes, and he said at half time he could go back on if we needed to do a certain job, but I think it was quite obvious that he couldn't get around that well.
Freddie, does that bring Mitchell Pearce into the equation?
Oh man, I haven't thought about that. Although Wade Graham did a brilliant job, he was incredible.
Freddie, obviously you guys play a lot of footy, but it came off the back of what you were able to do in the middle through that physical part, didn't it? That must have been pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's all we spoke about. You know, both sides have got, you know, unbelievably talented players. So you know, when you get all that other stuff right, you know, I'm sure they'll be looking at their videos next week, exactly like we looked at the video of the first game. So yeah, they need to keep practicing being great. You know, they've got to go back to their club and be really well this week, and hopefully they're all fit and healthy, and should be able to see them all in a week or so.
Freddie, can you explain Tom Trebojevic's role, because he was selected on one side, but I think he's got 2 tries on the other side.
Not really. He told me Fergo was getting all the hit up, so he had to go and do something. So that was basically what he told me. So I said okay. He's a pretty good player. He knows the game very well. He knows he had a job to be out of right centre, and I think he's one of those blokes that knows when you're on top and takes advantage of it. So he didn't let us down in being in position, and then also come up with some really good tries. So if Manly need a really good right centre, I think there might be one there in Tom.
Freddie, how did you enjoy it down on the sideline?
It was good. It's better on the sideline than the box. It's very boring in the box. Sitting next to Brandy, he's very subdued, and it's much more exciting on the sideline.
What did you make of the Jared Wallace late hit on Maloney?
That was all right. I haven't seen the last tackle. I thought that was you know, for that time of game, I'd like to see the last tackle again. I haven't seen that, but I'm sure the review committee, they'll have a look at it.
Freddie, there was a lot of focus on you in the lead up to this game and some of your decisions. Do you feel personally vindicated, relieved? Like, what's your...
I'm so excited. Like, a lot of blokes are sitting in most really played part of one of the best games they've been part of. You know, outside a few of them, you know, like Dale Finucans and Wade Granger won grand finals, and Boyd Cordner's that's mostly the best game they've ever played in. So to be part of that's just fantastic. You know, look at Daniel Safiti's face come in and ask him how his night was. You know, just Fijians smile good at the best of times, but that was a nice moment.
Was Wade always your first choice to play in that role once Nathan came off?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge call given he's only played maybe a game's worth of minutes.
Yeah, he's from Penrith. He can play anywhere. So when you grow up in Penrith, that's what you do. You know, you grew up playing 5'8", halfback, back row, centre. He can play anywhere. So watching his last couple of games at Cronulla, you can just see he's back. He's looking really healthy and fresh, and their team's going good at Cronulla, and I think everyone really appreciated him being in camp.
Brad, Phil Good described that as the best win by a New South Wales team over a decade. Is that basically what you would just say?
I was there in 2014 when they won up in Suncorp. I've got to say, I reckon that was pretty good. I was behind the line and listening to them, what they had to do, and the opposition they were up against, and they just had to keep defending. They saved, through that series they saved 10 tries. So I've got to say, we made sure we got a little bit to go. It was pretty. I'm sure it was a great game. I hope it was good for the people of Perth. But I still think, I was there at the back of that game at Suncorp, and that was pretty impressive.
What about the challenge now, Freddie, of making sure the fire's still burning for game 3?
Yeah, they've got to go and play for their club, so they need to show us. They need to get out and be good.
How do you think Queensland will react to that? They're obviously
I'm not
embarrassed.
sure, mate. No idea. It's up to them. Yeah, great. Yeah, it was great. I'd have to speak to some people that were in the grandstand. I'm not sure what it was like from the grandstand. So hopefully everyone had a really good night. The light show, and I think that's obviously something that all stadiums should get involved in these days because they look pretty spectacular. But it was the facilities here are awesome. Although the people are fantastic. Other than tonight, the weather's been brilliant. If I could handle the sideline, surely you could handle the dry seats.
Can you bring it back?
What's that?
Can you bring it back?
Well, I think this is the game that we get a chance to showcase to the world. There's smarter people than me making decisions, but I can't see why Game 2 shouldn't be shared to a lot of places where we want to invest in the game and spread the game.
And a couple of beers, Freddie?
Well, ScoMo was in there having it to his blue, so I might go and have one with ScoMo.